trash bin cleaning guy figured out something most contractors miss, but he didn't figure it out by offering more services. Therefore, he built a $70,000 business in just 1 year. So let's get into it. Most service businesses ask the wrong questions. They ask, what services should I offer? What should I add? But those questions usually create more work and not necessarily more money. But one guy didn't do that. He didn't add services. He didn't complicate things. Therefore, his business stayed simple and he was scalable. And here's what happened. $70,000 in just his first year, in 1 year. 350 monthly recurring customers and 10 franchise locations. So I want you to think about this. He's going to be able to take those 10 franchise locations, grow, leverage his current 350 customers, and also upsell services. All right, all from trash bins. Therefore, this isn't a niche thing, it's a systems thing. The first question he asked was this: what do my customers actually want? But not what I sell. What results do they want? And here's what he learned. They didn't want clean bins and bin cleaning. They wanted clean bins without calling, without remembering, without doing anything. All right. They want to make it least amount of friction as possible. Therefore, he sold convenience and not a service. And if you sell the outcome, your marketing gets clear. But if you sell the service, you have to explain yourself. Therefore, just sell the result, right? Second question, how can I help them get the result with the least effort possible? But manual processes don't scale, right? So he automated everything. Sign up once, they showed up, card on file, done. All right, simple. And therefore, customers stayed and didn't churn. If it depends on you remembering, it will eventually break. But automated systems don't forget, therefore they scale, right? Third question, what needs to be removed to make saying yes easy? But most marketing adds friction instead of removing it. And people don't say no, they get busy, they play phone tag, long forms, waiting, and therefore you just remove that friction for them, right? Made it as simple as possible. Here's what he replaced it with. He had a QR code that he wrapped around his truck, put on all of his marketing materials. There's a short form that they would fill out. 60 seconds, someone would be booked, right? Therefore, leads came in while he was working. His truck would be parked out by the curb. People would drive by, scan it, see him cleaning out the trash bins, and they would sign up for the services. Or they see him driving around town. They'd see his marketing somewhere too, all right? Behind the scenes, this all ran automatically, from the lead capture to the welcome text messages to the reminders, all right, appointment reminders, as well as review requests after he completed the service, payments, and follow-ups to set up their next appointment. Therefore, the business didn't rely on memory or hustle or good old-fashioned pen and paper, right? And this is the reframe. This is not a trash bin thing. This applies to almost every service business that's out there, all right? And if you're a contractor, you already have the truck. You probably already have it. You already have the skill. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. But you're still doing too much manually for yourself, right? You're relying on pen and paper, remembering, and having these manual processes. It's not a motivation problem, and it's not a talent problem. Therefore, it's a systems problem in your business. So let's talk about the framework. These are the 3 questions that matter. What do customers actually want? How do I make it effortless? And what's stopping them from saying yes? Therefore, everything else in marketing is just noise. And this is what we do at Real Quick Design Consulting. We build systems behind those answers, right? We don't give advice. Therefore, we just install the systems, making your life easy. If you want to apply this to your business, text automate to 805-977-5899, or you could book a 15-minute brief conversation with myself at the link in the description below. But don't overthink it. Start by answering the 3 questions, because I'm going to be asking you those same 3 questions. And as always, make sure to smash the subscribe button if you're wanting to get more content or if you found this valuable. I'll see you in the next video.